Good evening. Glad to have you along on the Mead Mavericks Sports Network, presented by Ziggy's Coffee. I'm Blaine Robinson, welcoming you inside Erie High School, where the Mavs are on the road following a couple of weeks off due to COVID protocols. So coming off a couple of week layoff, the Mavs are on the road at Erie to take on a really solid Erie Tiger squad, 8-3 on the season. They've got four different players averaging over 13 points per game, so very well-rounded Erie Tiger team. Starters for your Mavs tonight: Brennan, Marr, Morrow, Hahn, and Stevenson, as usual.
Number 1, Charlotte Brennan.
Tonight's game on the Mead Mavericks Sports Network is brought to you by Ziggy's Coffee, a hometown favorite serving up delicious food and drinks across 29 locations, with a variety of options including specialty coffee, Red Bull infusions, and a signature kids-own menu. There is something for everyone to enjoy. Ziggy's looks forward to opening its new headquarters, featuring a cafe and drive-thru at the corner of 3rd and Welker in Mead later this year. Stop by Ziggy's Coffee to experience the best part of your day.
Number 20, Dia Welty.
And a quick message from CHASA, Educational Athletics, sanctioned by these schools and the Colorado High School Activities Association, teach lifetime values like respect for opponents, coaches, officials, communities, and classmates. There is no better place than athletic competition to demonstrate respect for others. That message brought to you by CHASA.
Number 11, Timothy Canino. Number 14, Ava Welty. Number 21, Steph Altschuler.
And starting on the other side for the Tigers, Grace Moyers, their leading scorer. She averages 20.5 points per game. Genevieve Godino, nearly 17 points per game. Ava Welty, Deb Altschuler, 14 points per game. And Anna Hefner, 13 points per game. Like I mentioned, a very solid Erie Tiger squad, 8-3 on the season. Mavs come in at 6-2. Other sponsors, in addition to Ziggy's Coffee, bringing you tonight's game: Northern Colorado Pools, Graybow Roofing, and Remax Nexus, Jason and Tara Boston. And we are set to tip. It'll be Jacqueline Stevenson and Deb Altschuler in the center court, and Mead controls the tip. Zone defense to begin, 1-3-1 for the Tigers. And we'll see if Mead can crack the code. Double team up top on Brennan. Cross court to Brennan. Drop off Morrow, 3 from the left wing. Nothing but the bottom of the net, and that splash brought to you by Northern Colorado Pools. Edie Morrow has been a strong first quarter performer all season long. She's averaging over 6 points per game in the first quarter alone. 30 seconds gone by. Mead gets it right back following the turnover. Mary Marr, right corner 3. That's too strong. But Stevenson corrals the offensive board. Hahn, left corner 3. She's short. Rebound Welty, and she's running. Ahead to Moyers. Drop off to Hefner. Kick. Godino lines up the left wing 3, too strong. Rebound Stevenson. Minute gone by here, first quarter. Mead 3, Erie 0. Morrow with a nice cut. Reverse layup is good. And so far, no problems against the 1-3-1 zone. Morrow has 5. Erie 0. Hefner finds Godino. She drives. Layup misses. She gets her own rebound and turns the ball over to Kira Hahn. Ahead to Marr. Marr at the rim. Layup no good. Offensive rebound. Hahn no good. And Welty clears. Moyers drive. Crossover. Nice move. Scoop layup is blocked. And Mead looking to run. Ahead to Marr, pull-up jumper, 12-footer. Too strong. And Altschuler clears it for the Tigers. Godino working on Brennan. Kick, Hefner. Hefner, pump fake drive, layup is good. And Anna Hefner gets the Tigers on the board just about 2.5 minutes into this one. Mead 5, Erie 2. And the Tigers settle back into the 1-3-1 zone. Inside to Stevenson. Hahn on the cut. Layup partially blocked. Rebound Stevenson, put back, good. And a timeout called by Erie. And Mead with a ton of energy coming off a COVID layoff. Often times you hear about rest versus rust, and it looks like there's no rust and a lot of rest for your Mead Mavericks. 5:08 remaining first quarter. So we'll let you know that this first quarter is brought to you by Northern Colorado Pools, a family-owned and operated second-generation Colorado pool builder. They provide expert design and customization options for your entire backyard project. Contact Northern Colorado Pools today for your free estimate at northernColoradoPools.com or by calling 970-408-1414. Erie possession. Mead picking up full court here. And Welty to inbound from the sideline. And Moyers brings it across for Erie. Cross court to Godino. Open 3, top of the key, too strong. Rebound Stevenson. Altschuler on the miss. Stevenson cross court, wide open Charlotte Brennan, right corner 3. That's short. And another offensive rebound to Mead. This one picked up by Kira Hahn. Inside to Stevenson. Layup, no good. Rebound Hahn again. Her layup is good. 9-2. And a steal by Stevenson. She's driving. Spin move on Godino. And her little turnaround jumper spins out. Halfway through this first quarter, 4 minutes remaining. Mead 9, Erie 2. Inside to Hefner. Fake. Turnaround, air ball. Rebound Stevenson, and she fires it ahead to Hahn. Hahn all the way to the rim. Stripped off her leg, out of bounds. Back to the Tigers. And a timeout on the floor. Administrative timeout. 30 seconds. But a strong start for Mead. 9-2 advantage for the visiting Mavericks. Early scoring. Morrow leads the way with 5, Stevenson 2, and Kira Hahn with the other 2. For Erie, the lone deuce was scored by Anna Hefner. And the teams make their way back onto the floor to resume action. Erie ball. And once again, Mead will pick up full court in their press. Ball into Hefner. Nicely executed. Moyers ahead. Layup good for Aaliyah George, who just checked in. Ed. Back to Altshuler running the floor. Layup is good. And the Tigers come out of the timeout looking like the strong 8-3 squad that they are. 9-6, 3:08 remaining first quarter. Pass inside, deflected away. Corner 3, Morrow lines it up, and she splashes her second 3 nearly the same spot. She's got 8. Once again, as I mentioned at the top, she is a very strong first quarter performer. She's done this all year, and she has 8 to begin this first quarter. Meanwhile, other end, Altshuler lines up a 3 from the right corner, sinks that one, and with 2.5 remaining in the first quarter, Mead leads 12-9. Morrow kick, Brennan 3, corner, too strong, and another offensive rebound for Mead. Erie's got to clean up the defensive glass as Marr lines up a 3. That's no good. Rebound cleared by Welty. Kick, Hefner, short corner jump shot, spins out, rebound Stevenson. Fires one ahead, full court, Brennan at the rim, layup good, and the foul. Feel like I say this every time I call these Mead girls, but Brennan's ability to finish through contact at the rim is spectacular as Stevenson checks out, replaced by Maddox Boston. And Brennan able to complete the three-point play. And although not an official high school stat, I'd have to say Charlotte Brennan would be near the top of this league in converted and won opportunities. 15-9 your score. Mead leads, 1:48 remaining first quarter as Grace Moyers brings it across the timeline for Erie. Altshuler, pull-up jumper too strong. Rebound Hefner. And she's fouled on the rebound. Baseline underneath to Erie. 95 seconds to play first quarter as Godino checks back in for the Tigers, replacing Ava Welty. Moyers to throw it in from the baseline. Cross court. Slip by George. Loses the ball out of bounds, and with exactly 90 seconds to play first quarter, Mead has the ball and a 6-point advantage. Erie into man-to-man now. Tough left-hand layup at the rim, finished by Brennan. She's got 5 points in about 45 seconds. And a foul, meanwhile, called against Hahn. It's actually going to go against Morrow. Only the team's second. Godino inside, Hefner, layup, good. Nice find by Godino. Nice left-handed finish for Hefner. She's got 4. Maddox Boston, aggressive drive, blocked, rebound, Angus. Kick out to Hahn. Lines up an elbow jump shot and sinks that one. Erie having all sorts of difficulty on the defensive glass in this first quarter. Timeout called by Erie. 46.5 seconds remaining first quarter. Mead with an 8-point lead. Scoring recap quickly once again. Morrow, game high 8 points. Brennan with 5. Hahn with 4, and Stevenson with 2. On the other side, the 11 points for the Tigers. Altshuler 5, Hefner 4, and Aaliyah George with 2. Mead has done a nice job so far against the dynamic scoring of Moyers and Godino. They combined for 37 points per game on average, and they are scoreless so far with under a minute to play first quarter. Steal, Hahn. Ahead, Brennan. Brennan going to go right at Hefner. And a blocked shot by Hefner. Altshuler fires it ahead. Saved George. And then an uncontested layup blown underneath by Erie. Jennifer Altshuler, who just came in. Maddox Boston has it, top of the key, 5 seconds. Gets a screen. Drop off to Brennan. Right wing 3 at the buzzer. Deep is short, but a solid first quarter nonetheless for the Mead Mavs after a long layoff against a really good Erie Tiger team. At the end of one, Mead 19, Erie 11, and really the story so far has been Erie's inability to rebound off first shot misses by Mead. Mead's getting second and third chances, and they are making the most of them. And then defensively, Mead doing a really good job, as I mentioned, on Moyers, who averages over 20 a game, and Godino, who averages nearly 17 a game. Once again, tonight's game on the Mead Mavericks Sports Network is brought to you by Ziggy's Coffee and their 29 locations. Look for their new headquarters downtown Mead, 3rd and Welker, later this year. It'll be a 3-story facility featuring on-site training area, indoor cafe, and of course the conventional drive-through as the teams walk back onto the floor to resume action and begin this second quarter. Erie ball, and Moyers will bring it across. Reversal, Godino, top of the key 3. Spins out, rebound Stevenson. Fires one full court to Angus. And ball deflected away, but remains with Mead as Marr lines up a left wing 3, and that's short. And the story remains the same as we open the second. Another offensive rebound for Mead. as Maddox Boston gets fouled with 7:28 to go in the first half. Baseline underneath to Mead. Lob, Stevenson, layup, good. And Mead now with a double-digit lead. Second field goal for Stevenson. She's got 4. But Godino quickly the other way gets her first 2 points of the night. 21-13. Missed layup other end. Marr. And a quick turnover committed by Erie. So frantic pace to begin this second quarter. Up and down the floor. Minute gone by as Maddox Boston drives. Her floater is short. And a rebound for Deb Altschuler. Altschuler looking to go coast to coast. No resistance. Layup is good. Poor transition defense that time for Mead. Altschuler snatched the rebound and went coast to coast. Near steal, but Mead able to retain. Inside Stevenson, turnaround jumper over her left shoulder, rattles home. She's got 6, 23-15 Mead continues to lead, 6:15 to play first half. Altschuler 3, too strong, and Stevenson with another rebound. Block shot, held ball. Possession arrow says Erie basketball as Morrow back into the game, replacing Stevenson. Also into the game, Hahn. Kick, right corner, George 3. Splash. Aaliyah George, 5 points off the bench, and the lead cut down to 5. 5:45 to play second quarter. Aggressive defense, another near steal, but Mead hangs on. And Brennan will go to the line for 2 with a strong attack at the rim. Brennan knocks down the first free throw. She's got 6, and that makes her 2 of 2 from the line tonight. Stevenson into the game, replacing Boston. And Brennan comes up short on the second free throw. Deflected out of bounds, Erie ball. 24-18, 5:35 to play. And another nice job of breaking the press as Moyer steps back for 3. Short. And a full-length football pass from Stevenson. And then she gets it back. Turnaround jumper is good. And Stevenson all of a sudden has matched Morrow's game-high 8 points. Godino lines up a 3 and knocks it down. She is up to 5 points all here in the second quarter. Shot won't fall other end, and Godino walks it across for the Tigers. Aaliyah George, second 3 is good. She is off the bench, and she's got 8 back-to-back 3s for her, and the lead all of a sudden down to 2. And Coach J.R. Sagner wants a timeout. Momentum shifted quickly there. Jacqueline Stevenson with a nice turnaround jump shot for Mead. Gave them a nice, comfortable cushion. And then back-to-back 3s by Godino and Aaliyah George cut the deficit back down to 2. 4:28 to play in the first half. And we've got a good one so far. Big story, I think, for Erie. Leading scorer Grace Moyers at over 20 points per game is still scoreless, but other players are picking up the slack, specifically Aaliyah George off the bench, back-to-back threes there. She's got 8, and that is a team-high 8 points. Deb Altschuler has 7 to complement for Erie. On the other side, Morrow, she had a quick 8 in the first quarter. Stevenson now has 8, and Charlotte Brennan has 6. And the teams are back on the floor. Mead ball, sideline out of bounds. Into Hahn. Pass deflected away by Moyers. And that'll give it to Mead, baseline underneath. Stevenson kick to Marr. Cross court, Brennan. Hahn, corner 3, too strong. Rebound, Godino. Pull up 3, too strong. Rebound, Stevenson. That's 7 rebounds here, first half for her. Hahn, Euro step, layup is good. Beautiful move by Kira Hahn. She's up to 6, and the lead back up to 4. Grace Moyers trying to get herself going. She's cut off. Kick, Godino. Another 3 splashes home, and you see why Godino averages nearly 17 points per game. After a scoreless first quarter, she's got 8 here in the second. Deficit trimmed to 1, 28-27, Mead leads. Underneath, Stevenson, fadeaway baseline jumper, spins in, and she is the first player tonight in double figures. She has 10. Drive, kick, extra pass, inside, layup, no good. And then Stevenson turns it over right to Aaliyah George. And Aaliyah George now ties Stevenson with a game-high 10. Marr lines up a right wing 3. That's good. And the frantic action continues. First points of the night for Marr. 33-29 your score. Down to 2:35 to play first half. And as Welty tries to establish position near the elbow, a foul's going to go against Mary Marr on the hold. Checking back into the game for the Tigers, Hefner and Deb Altschuler, replacing Welty and Sarah Hill. Administrative timeout on the floor. 2:29 to play in this second quarter. 30-second timeout on the floor. And we are back inside Erie High School. Great first half so far. Visiting Mavs lead 33-29. Erie ball baseline underneath. Altschuler will throw it in for the Tigers. Solid defense so far. Moyers on the perimeter working on Brennan. Moyers drive, underhand layup, finishes, and those are her first points of the night. And Erie now drops into a 2-3 zone. We've already seen a 1-3-1 zone to start the game. They went man-to-man for quite a while, and now they are in a 2-3 as Mary Mara kicks the ball. It'll be turned over back to the Tigers. 1:52 to play first half. Angus checks in for the Mavs, replacing Stevenson, and Maddox Boston will check in as well, replacing Marr. Moyers walks it across for the Tigers. Aaliyah George lines up a three, rims out. Offensive rebound, Altschuler, layup, no good. Rebound, Hahn. She's looking to run 3-on-2 ahead to Brennan. Brennan at the rim. No good, no call, and Moyers down with it. Fires ahead to Godino. Layup good. And we have a tie game, 33 apiece. Brennan misses everything. Offensive rebound, Morrow, and she's into double figures with 10. Second chance points continue for Mead as Erie gets exploited all first half on the glass. Moyers drive, layup, rims out. Foul before the shot. Baseline underneath to Erie. 54 seconds to play first half. Altschuler will throw it in. Into the hands of Moyers. Screen and roll game with Hefner. Hefner stripped on her way up. And Hahn looking to run. Nice hands by the Tigers. Deflected out of bounds with 36.6 to play first half. Mead, baseline underneath. And an illegal screen called against Erie. Or excuse me, called against Mead, committed on Erie. Half minute to play, first half. And Godino doing her best Tua Tagovailoa impression. Fires one out of bounds with the left hand. And with 29 seconds to play, Stevenson back into the game, replacing Angus. Mead with a 2-point lead and the ball. Erie stays zoned up in the 2-3. Stevenson kick, wide open Morrow, corner three is good. Morrow now with a game high 13. She's got 3 threes in this first half. As Moyer's shot attempt is deflected out of bounds, and that'll end the first half. The officials discuss, they may put a little bit of time back on the clock. And they're going to put 1 second back on the clock. Nice three there for Mead. Ball movement ended up with a corner three for Morrow. She knocked it down, and then they got the block on Moyer's three attempt. Erie with 1 second as the ball is deflected out of bounds. See what they can do with it. Quickly into Hefner. She launches a three at the buzzer, and that's no good. So your halftime score, Mead 38, Erie 33. We will step aside for your halftime break and be back in approximately 10 minutes with second half action.
There's a misconception that the reason kids take part in high school sports is to earn college scholarships. In reality, students say the primary reason they play school sports is to have fun, and the percentage of those players who receive college scholarships is less than 5%. But what comes from the opportunity to compete has a lifetime staying power and is more valuable than a scholarship. Today's student participants are the leaders of tomorrow. Support your local school activities program. Support CHSA. The schools taking part in today's event are part of the 340 member schools of the Colorado High School Activities Association. As members, we promote and protect the privilege of participation in interscholastic activities. We also promote lifetime values like respect, hard work, teamwork, and sporting behavior. We help reach and motivate students. We develop policies as a group as a responsibility of membership. We are coaches, game officials, and administrators working for the common good of kids. We are CHASA.
And we are back inside Erie High School, set for second half action. Strong first half by both teams, but Mead really came out energized and led for most of the first half, including a lead as large as 10 points at one time. Erie got going, they tied it up at 33, and then Mead closed with a 5-0 run to end the half and bring them into this third quarter up 38-33. Mead ball to begin the third quarter, and Brennan has it to set the offense here on this opening possession. Morrow, three, top of the key. No good. Offensive rebound. Kick out Marr. Ball movement, Morrow with another three. This one short, and rebound to Welty. Couple of good looks there to begin for Morrow, and Erie dodges a bullet as Altschuler misses. Other end, Hefner, rebound, put back, and the foul. Anna Hefner has 6, and she'll go to the line looking for her 7th point of the night. Free throw on the way for Hefner is swished home. She has 7. Lead down to 3. Actually, the score should be 38-36, folks. It was 38-33 at half. Drive, Marr, layup won't go. Mishandled. Mead out with it. 3, Marr, right corner, no good. And then turned over by Hefner. Morrow hit on her way up. There's a little bit of confusion in the gym, although there should be none. The score on the scoreboard is incorrect. Your score at halftime was 38-33. Hefner made a layup to make it 38-35. She sank the free throw. Should be 38-36, and they've now corrected it inside the gym. First free throw too strong for Morrow. And Aaliyah George into the game, replacing Godino. 6:41 to play, third quarter. Morrow, second free throw on the way. And she swishes it. She's got a game-high 14. Hefner underneath, layup no good. Own rebound, layup no good. Altschuler, offensive rebound. And the third chance is good as Ava Welty gets her first 2 points of the night on a free throw line jump shot. Morrow, crossover, slapped on the wrist, and it'll be Mead ball, baseline underneath. 6:09 to play, and a 39-38 lead for the Mavericks. Into Morrow, clean look for three, too strong. She's had 3 good looks from beyond the arc to start the third, can't get any of them to go. Brennan three, that's short. Another offensive rebound. Moyers ahead, beautiful look. Aaliyah George blows the layup, and both teams missing clean looks here in the third quarter. Inside Stevenson. Faces up now, spin, and cut off. And then stolen by Ava Welty. All the way to the rim against Brennan. Tough layup off the glass. And Erie with their first lead of the night, 40-39. Ava Welty, 4 points all here in the third quarter. Kick, Hahn, drive, scoop layup, no good. Rebound, Welty, and the Tigers looking to run. Altschuler, kick, inside to Hefner. Hefner, drive, and she's hit on her way up. And so with 4:49 to play third quarter, Anna Hefner to the line for 2. Erie has opened this third quarter on a 7-1 scoring run. Hefner splashes home the first free throw. She has 8, and she is 2 of 2 from the line. Second free throw rims out, but then Mead loses the ball out of bounds. Turnover back to the Tigers. Underneath, look to Hefner again. And she's hit as she goes up, and she'll go right back to the free throw line. Hefner's first free throw is good, and if she can sink the second, she will be the third Tiger into double figures. Second free throw short, rebound Morrow. Stevenson, 3, top of the key, rims out, rebound Welty, and Moyers looking to run. Moyers inside to Welty, free throw line jumper again, no good. And Mary Marr down with it and brings it across for Mead. timeout. Coach Sagner, 30-second timeout for Mead. 4:06 to play, 42-39. Erie has come out of the locker room strong, and they have begun this third quarter on now a 9-1 scoring run. Third quarter action tonight brought to you by Graybo Roofing, and we will tell you more about Graybo Roofing during the third quarter administrative timeout. Entire presentation of Mead Mavericks basketball on the Mead Mavericks Sports Network brought to you by Ziggy's Coffee and their 29 locations. Stop by Ziggy's to experience the best part of your day. Mead ball, sideline, out of bounds, and they get it into Brennan. Hahn off a double screen. Three, freed up, but no good. Another offensive rebound, this time Hahn layup, blown at the rim, uncontested layup, and unfortunately, Mead has not scored a field goal here in the third quarter. Left-hand floater, no good for Moyers. Tough rebound by Hefner, put back good, and she is the third Tiger into double figures. She has 11. 3.5 to play. Nice free throw line jump shot off the glass for Marr, and she stops the bleeding a little bit and cuts the deficit to 3. Deb Altschuler, 3, air ball off the hands of Mary Marr. It'll stay with Erie. And a timeout on the floor, 30-second timeout. So we'll tell you a little bit more about Graybo Roofing. They started in 2000 to serve a loyal group of friends, family, business owners, homeowners, property managers, and commercial builders in Boulder County. The same values that served their close friends and acquaintances over 20 years ago now drives their growth as a company. They believe that returning phone calls, showing up on time, performing the work at the price they quoted, and completing the work in a timely and professional manner is essential in the roofing business. Visit their website at grayboroofing.com or call them at 303-684-9815. (44-41) your score. It's been tightly contested all night long. Mead had a strong first half, held a lead as large as 10, but Erie has come out of the locker room with victory on their mind as they get it in and run a play. Deb Altschuler, fade away, no good. Rebound, Morrow. Underneath, Hahn, corner to Boston. And a kick. Top of the key drive, Mary Marr, no good, but a foul will send her to the free throw line for 2 with 2:53 to play, third quarter. Refs decide that the foul was on the floor first, and so underneath, baseline, nice play design into Stevenson, and she pays it off with 2, and then Mead, full court pressure, forces a traveling violation against Erie. So Mead has cut the lead to 1. Get the ball right back here, sideline out of bounds with an opportunity to take the lead. And they turn it over immediately. Steal by Hefner, and then a foul committed against Mary Marr. One-point lead for Erie. Poor pass by Godino, and Mead running Stevenson, stolen from behind. Erie all the way to the rim. Layup no good. Rebound no good, but a foul committed against Morrow will send Genevieve Godino to the line. Tough night for Grace Moyers, as we've said here for 2.5 quarters now. She missed that layup. Thankfully for the Tigers, Godino corralled the offensive rebound, and she sinks the first free throw. Moyers, once again, averages over 20 points per game. She only has 2 here tonight. Godino knocks home a pair. She's got 12 to lead the Tigers. Tough defense here for Erie. Mead looking for an opening. Maddox Boston lines up a 3. Swishes it home from the left wing, and that ties the game at 46. Aaliyah George, 3, too strong. Layup, rebound, put back, and the foul. Deb Altschuler will go to the line to complete a 3-point play. Substitution for the Mavericks. Stevenson into the game. Morrow takes a break. And Deb Altschuler completes the 3-point play. She is the 4th Tiger into double figures. She has 10. Drive strong by Hahn. Finishes at the rim. She has 8. As Moyers quickly the other way. Fake pass layup is good. And maybe that'll get Moyers going. She's got 4. Lead is 3. 51-48. 1:13 to play, third quarter. Ball saved. And Mead will have another crack at it after the near turnover. Boston pull-up jumper is short. And Altschuler down with the rebound. 3-on-1 the other way. Welty drop-off pass. Godino, her layup is good. Assist was by George, actually. And a reach-in foul committed on George with 28.6 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Morrow quickly back into the game, replaces Maddox Boston. Altschuler will get a break for the Tigers. And now Brennan into the game, replacing Angus for Mead. Backdoor cut by Brennan, pass off the mark, but she's able to corral it. Hahn, baseline drive. Kick, elbow jumper, Stevenson, no good. Fight for the rebound. And a held ball with 9.4 seconds. Possession arrow says, keep it with Mead. Baseline underneath. Marr to trigger. Cross-court pass, wide open 3, Brennan. And that goes home, and time expires in the third quarter. A huge shot to close the quarter. Brennan has 9. And after a little bit of a struggle for most of that third quarter, Mead closes nicely, and we head to the fourth quarter with Erie leading 53-51. scoring recap because we've had a ton of scoring tonight. Godino for the Tigers leads all scorers. She's got 14. Elsewhere for Erie, Hefner has 11, Altschuler has 10, and George has 10. For Mead, Morrow leads the way. She's got 14. Stevenson with 12. Brennan having a nice night as well. She's got 9, and Hahn has 8. And we are set for what is sure to be an exciting fourth quarter. Erie possession to begin the fourth. And Altschuler will bring it across. Inside to Moyers. Nothing doing, but she quickly lines up a 3. That's short. And Marr, thrown to the hardwood, gets the foul call, and 15 seconds into this fourth quarter. Mead takes possession. Substitution, Welty out, George in for the Tigers as Hahn walks it up the floor for Mead. Erie back into a zone. A little bit of a matchup zone it looks like here. 3, Morrow, short, rebound Hefner. Altschuler gets to the rim, no one stops her, but she can't finish the layup at the rim. And Brennan, I don't think ever saw the pass on its way to her in the corner, and so the ball goes out of bounds back to the Tigers. 53-51 your score. Inside, Altschuler, layup no good. Hustle rebound by Godino. And Moyers with the reset up top, launches the left wing 3. That rims out, and her tough night on the offensive end continues. Pass inside, Stevenson, nice ball movement. Too strong. Rebound, Altschuler ahead to Moyers. Moyers on the leak out all the way to the rim. Layup no good, but a blocking foul called against Charlotte Brennan. 90 seconds, 91 to be exact. Seconds gone by here, fourth quarter. Moyer swishes home the first as Maddox Boston comes into the game, replacing Charlotte Brennan for Mead. And Moyers knocks down a pair. Maybe that'll get her going here to start the fourth quarter. She has 6. Lob pass thrown away by Boston. Picked off Godino. Across to Altschuler. Layup is good, and the foul. Nice steal by Godino. She looked off the defender, then tossed it across to Altschuler at the last minute. Altschuler finishes through the contact and has a chance to give Erie their largest lead of the night at 7 points. And she does just that. Altschuler has 13. Averages 14. Cross-court pass. Maddox Boston lines up a corner 3. Well short. But Godino cannot corral the rebound for Erie. And Mead wants a timeout to talk things over. 5:57 remaining in regulation. Erie 58, Mead 51. It's been a very strong second half so far for Erie. If you recall, halftime score was 38-33. So you do the math, it's a 25-13 second half advantage for Erie. Fourth quarter action tonight brought to you by Remax and Nexus, Jason and Tara Boston. As realtors, our experience is extensive with over 700 transactions since 2002. We know what's important, we know the market, we know real estate, and we get to know you so that we can be the best resource possible for your purchase or sale. Call Jason and Tara Boston at 303-921-9100 or visit them online at jasonandtaraboston.com. Baseline underneath, Mead ball, down 7, 5:57 to play. Lob, Stevenson, deflected away, stolen, and Godino fires one ahead, threads the needle to Altschuler. What a pass! And Altschuler finishes at the rim. She has a game-high 15 now. Dime thrown by Genevieve Godino. Maddox Boston baseline drive. She's hit. She'll go to the free throw line for 2 and try to stop a little of this bleeding. 9-point lead, largest of the night for the Tigers. 5:35 to play in regulation. Free throw, no good. And Welty into the game. Godino takes a seat for Erie. Boston splits the pair. She has 4. Moyers looks inside for Hefner. And then the reset up top to Moyers. Tough shot off the glass. That goes. And Moyers up to 8 points on the night. Baseline drive, Boston, floater, no good. Rebound, Altschuler. And then the pass deflected and stolen by Mead. Quick three, other way, Mary Marr. She sinks it, and what a swing there for Mead. Marr has 8, lead back down to 7, 4:45 to play here in the fourth quarter. Three missed, layup missed again by Welty, but she's hacked. Welty no good on the first. Brennan checks in. Hahn comes off for Mead. And Welty misses both. Stevenson ahead to Brennan. Morrow, 3, too strong. Offensive rebound, Brennan. Stevenson, 3, too strong. And Erie comes out with it. Kick to Moyers. Pull-up jump shot is good. And she's gotten hot here in the fourth quarter. She's got 10. Lead, 9. Step back, Marr, no good. Rebound to Hefner. And Moyer's looking to run. Nobody stops her. Crossover, dribble, scoop layup is good. And Grace Moyer's having it her way this fourth quarter. She's up to 12. Inside lob, Stevenson, layup good. Stevenson's got 14. Tied for the team high with Edie Morrow. Back to Moyers. Moyers right wing, and that won't go. I got the feeling that was going to go in because she's just gotten so hot here in the fourth quarter. But the Mavs dodge a bullet, and with 3:18 to play in regulation, timeout on the floor, 30-second timeout. Five Tigers in double figures now. The recap goes like this. Altschuler now leads the way. She's got 15. Godino has 14. Grace Moyers all of a sudden has 12. Anna Hefner has 11. And Aaliyah George has 10. So a very well-balanced effort from the Tigers tonight, and really all season long. As I mentioned at the top of the broadcast, Erie had 4 girls entering this game averaging over 13 points per game, and you don't see that often in high school hoops. Reset of the 5 on the floor for your Mavs. It's Marr, Boston, Brennan, Morrow, and Stevenson. Mead trails 66-57, 3:13 to play. Boston screen and roll. Pull up 3, no hand up for Erie. Too strong. But another look, another opportunity off the offensive rebound. Morrow, strong drive. Layup is good. Edie Morrow puts the ball on the floor, and she's up to a team high and a game high 16. Godino back into the game for the Tigers. She drives. Layup off the glass, too strong. Rebound Stevenson. And she has a double-double here tonight. Kick. Brennan, wide open 3. That's no good. And for as hot as Mead was from beyond the arc in the first half, as Erie wants a timeout, Mead has had so many clean looks from 3 here in the second half, and they have gone ice cold. Open 3 after open 3, offensive rebounds and more open 3s, and the shots just are not falling at the clip they were in the first half. And really that's the difference in the game here, as we're down to 2 minutes and change remaining. After 38 points in the first half, Mead has only scored 21 points here in the second half, and really it's just all about those shots not falling this half. A number of clean looks, as I say, and they're just not falling down for the Mavs here in the second half, as Erie tries to move to 9-3 on the season. Erie ball, up 7. And Altschuler will bring it across for the Tigers. Splits a double team, maintains her dribble, and the Tigers look content to bleed some clock here. Back to Godino, and she's slapped on the wrist. And that puts Mead at 10 team fouls here in the second half. Double bonus situation for Genevieve Godino. Comes up short on the first free throw. She'll have one more. And Godino knocks down the second. She has 15. And Mead going to need to put some shots up in a hurry here. Kick to Brennan. Reset top of the key, Morrow. Brennan baseline drive. Stripped, but a foul called. And Brennan will go to the line for two. And that is 5 fouls on Godino. Her night is done. She finishes with 15 points and a number of nice assists. She's replaced by Ava Welty. Scoreboard says just 4 fouls on Godino, but she walked straight to the bench, and you heard the horn signaling that she's been disqualified. Brennan too strong on the first. And one more for Brennan. Second free throw is knocked down, and Abby Miller into the game, replacing Brennan. Brennan into double figures. She has 10. Erie once again working some clock. And Moyer's trying to play keep away from Mead, and Stevenson finally gives the foul with 1:14 remaining, and Moyers has a chance to add to her tally. Had just 4 points coming into the quarter. She's up to 12 now. Make it 13. Brennan right back into the game, replacing Miller. And Moyer knocks down a pair, and she has a double-digit quarter. 10 of her 14 here in the fourth. Crossover, Brennan all the way to the rim. Left-hand layup is good. And a timeout taken by Mead. And a 30-second timeout with 1:03 to play. Erie 69, Mead 62. And the team's back onto the floor with 63 seconds remaining. Erie ball and a 7-point lead. And a timeout called before the turnover. Mavs, understandably, aren't happy about it, but the official, very sure of his call, says the timeout was called while she still possessed the ball on the end line. So Erie dodges a bit of a bullet there. And Mead will have to force another turnover. Maddox Boston will come into the game this time. And we'll do it all over again. Same situation. Erie ball, 7-point lead, 63 seconds to play. Ball's in, right back to Altschuler, and Moyers brings it across. And then a foul committed by Mead. It's going to go against Hahn, and it'll send Jennifer Altschuler to the line. She's scoreless tonight. And she rims out the first. Brennan Marr back into the game, replacing Boston and Miller. Altschuler rattles home the second, and Jennifer Altschuler has her first point of the night. 8-point lead, 70 to 62, 45 seconds to play. Marr drives. She's hit, and she'll go to the line for two. Marr comes up short on the first. As Miller replaces Brennan once again. Classic offense-defense substitution pattern for Coach Sagner. Marr misses on both. And then a foul committed with 34.5 seconds to play will send Ava Welty to the free throw line. Welty knocks down the first as Brennan replaces Miller for offensive purposes, and Boston replaces Stevenson. And Welty calmly sinks a pair. 10-point lead now, half minute to play. Ball stolen by Altschuler. Altschuler looking to run out the clock. And the foul eventually given with 21.9 seconds remaining. Call against Brennan. And that was her 5th personal. Her night is done. Stevenson replaces her. Deb Altschuler to the line. Rattles home the first. And she has now tied a game high 16 points with Edie Morrow, as the second free throw is too strong. Boston the rebound, brings it across, under 20 seconds to play now, as Morrow lines up a straightaway three and comes up with air. And a timeout taken by Erie with 12.9 seconds to go, 73-62 your score. 30-second timeout. And this one just about finished after a very strong first half, particularly first quarter by Mead. Erie went into the locker room at halftime, made some adjustments, and has put up a 40-point second half, outscoring Mead 40-24 here in the second half. And they're going to win going away. Ball is in. poked away off of Moyer's knee. Back to Mead, 6.7 seconds left. Pass ahead to Marr, 3 no good. Put back layup, Stevenson is good. Takes her up to 16 points, but not enough as Erie wins 73 to 64. 3 players incidentally tied with 16 points for a game high. Stevenson, Morrow, and on the other side, Deb Altschuler. Once again, we want to thank all of our sponsors here tonight for bringing you this broadcast. Ziggy's Coffee, Northern Colorado Pools, Graybow Roofing, and Remax Nexus, Jason and Tara Boston. This broadcast was produced and directed by Don Gurton with camera work by Tom Lewis. I'm Blaine Robinson saying good night from Erie High School, where once again the host Tigers defeated the visiting Mavericks by a final score of 73 to 64. We will be back on the air tomorrow night at home for boys basketball against Riverdale Ridge.